All right. This was a great introduction that she gave about the complicit companies, Siemens. I think that goes back to the 1930s in Germany. You want to get their background, okay? And then she noted Caterpillar, and right there is that sign: Free Palestine, End Israeli Apartheid, BDS on Caterpillar. Okay? Caterpillar was formerly headquartered in Peoria, just a few miles away, okay? And it's embedded in all the major cities in central Illinois: Bloomington, Normal, Decatur, Joliet, a little bit farther afield, but a bunch of factories around central Illinois. And a few years ago, I remember what was going on when the Great March, the Great Return happened along the border between Gaza and occupied Palestine. And what they did is the Israelis just shot down with military snipers. They shot down men and women and children and nurses and doctors and all the innocent Palestinians who were just standing up for their rights. And they blew them away with the military that's paid for by our tax dollars. And we know that the Israeli military has some of our people from Central Illinois, from America, in their fascist guard. And we are shamed for that. We are shamed so much we can't even say it. So we're here to try to begin to do some kind of atonement, because Caterpillar has not only paid salaries to people in my family and your families, you know, but they've made that money off of selling their bulldozers and heavy equipment to apartheid Israel to destroy innocent Palestinian homes and businesses and farms and agriculture and infrastructure. And they've been doing this not for a couple months, not for a couple years. Caterpillar has been complicit for decades. Decades! I am sickened that Caterpillar's name is here at Illinois State University. I am a graduate of Illinois State University, 1982, and I want to be proud of my school. I want to be able to say that they're educating not only America, but the world to the shame and indignity and evils that are going all around us. Okay, so it's up to us. We want them to change their policy. How hard is that for any decent human being to just do the right thing and to stop making blood money? You know, they always give us, oh, blood libel this, blood libel that. Listen, if Caterpillar isn't complicit with blood money, then no one is. Okay? It's appalling, and we cannot let it go without calling them out now. And at places like the University of Illinois, where they have a big research center. And I was very humbled and honored to march with the students at U of I back in November. And we went to one of their offices and we did a protest there at Caterpillar at U of I. So we are so proud of the people here, and the people at U of I and other places around Illinois And we are going to be so proud of the people who are going up to Chicago today and the rest of the week who are going to say, we are going to say, Harris, don't be complicit any longer. Don't make us be shamed to say your name like we are with Caterpillar. Don't let the blood run from your face to your hands and meet up with Trump and everyone else who's just in their back pockets and your boss, Joe Biden. Let's not forget Genocide Joe. He caused it. It couldn't have happened. The genocide could not have happened without Joe Biden. And it cannot continue to happen every day and night and minute of our existence right now without the Democratic Party led by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
March the DNC!
The DNC has more blood on it than the Republican Party. My God, let's not try to hide behind anything, because places, the establishment, like the DNC, like the GOP, like Caterpillar, like Motorola, like Hewlett-Packard, like Siemens, like the entire establishment, like McDonald's, okay, like Walmart, like Coke, like Pepsi. They're all complicit. But what we can do is that we can say to people like Caterpillar, we will not accept your money. We will not accept your resources. We will not accept anything that you give us as a cover for your evil profits, which you continue to make. And when I came back from Caterpillar, into Peoria, I knew that Peoria and Caterpillar was so complicit when I returned from occupied Palestine. And we had a rally in front of the main Caterpillar building at Main and Adams. It's their former world headquarters, right downtown. And a few of you are here with us. And we protested in front of the building there. And we were honored to have Craig and Cindy Corey, the parents of Rachel Corey. Rachel Corey was an American activist who was murdered by the Israeli military in 2003 using a Caterpillar bulldozer. Rachel Corey!
Rachel Corey!
Rachel Corey!
Rachel Corey!
Rachel Corey!
Rachel Corey!
We will never forget what she did. She stood up with the workers' vest in front of many homes in front of Rafah that day. She and her comrades were bouncing around trying to get in front of the bulldozers. And she stood there in front of the home in Rafah, down in Gaza at the border. And she just, like that. And there was the dozer, broad daylight. They saw her. There was two people in there, and they ran her over. Her comrades ran to her side after she had been crushed by this 50-ton monster. And they got her to the hospital. And they're in Rafah. And she only lasted for a few minutes. And as I said, we invited Corey's parents, Rachel and Craig, to come with us at Peoria, at the rally there. And they came. And they told us how that they were in Peoria before, right after her daughter was murdered. And the cops in downtown Peoria had long guns. They were snipers up on the buildings while they had a peaceful demonstration in Peoria. It was sickening beyond belief. And there was 17 cops who tried to keep peaceful parents of Rachel Corey away from the building. And they pleaded with Caterpillar to talk to them, just talk to them, and let them, to listen to what they had to say, and they refused to do it. Not only are they just blood profiteers, but they're cowards. They're the scum of the capitalist earth, because they know they were wrong, and they know that they couldn't show their face to the parents. Not only is this American that was murdered using their weapons, their equipment, but they can't say anything to any Palestinian whose home is destroyed, whose businesses are destroyed. They'll always say no comment. It's just beyond belief. It's appalling. And it's not getting better, because since October, when Israel invaded into Gaza, one of the main invasion machines was weaponized D9 bulldozers. They use these as invasion, like tanks. And if you look it up, you can see it easily. It's not trying to hide. Are they going to put that on their annual report, on the front cover of their annual report at Caterpillar? I sure hope so. I sure hope they're proud of it. And I sure hope they're proud of the fact that they used weaponized D9 Caterpillar bulldozers to go into the refugee camps outside of the hospital at Al-Shifa. They just went over people with their bulldozers. They buried them alive. You can't even make it up how horrific this is. Caterpillar had no comment when that happened. And, it's so disgusting, the Israeli military. There's other companies involved in the home demolitions, Volvo and some groups from England and others. It's not only Caterpillar. The Caterpillar's the face of it. And when they go into Gaza, when they go into Jenin, when they go into Bethlehem, when they go into the other West Bank cities, they use Caterpillar, weaponized Caterpillar bulldozers to rip up the streets, to destroy the businesses, to destroy the infrastructure, okay? It's not any of these other things. They only, as invasion machines, they only trust Caterpillar. That's the only ones they use if you look at the videos. They're fucking Caterpillar bulldozers. And I am ashamed that they come mostly from East Peoria, the factories there. There's different buildings there where the workers are still making these things, and they're still being sold to Israel. Maybe not directly. They sell them to third-party people who send them on to be weaponized by Israel. But they know exactly where they're going, and they don't care. They just give lip service to it. And I swear to God, there's a building called Building SS where they make these things. And you just can't make it up. It's so sick. And what we've done, I'm a co-founder of Peoria for Palestine, and we've been fortunate enough that the great human rights community in Central Illinois has rallied behind us 7 times since October to try to, give voice to bringing about the ceasefire. But we made up some pamphlets, and we took them to the factories, outside the factory gates, some folks and I, and we handed them out to the workers. Some of them didn't know what it was, and some of them, were for us, some of them were not for us. But we made sure to get these pamphlets into these flyers, into the hands of the unionized Caterpillar workers, to let them know what they're doing. Because some of them don't know, that it's becoming more and more aware. And we're not going to stop the awareness. We are not stopping then, and we are not stopping now. Just know that Caterpillar is evil beyond incarnate. Whatever you can think of, they've done it, and it's worse than you can imagine. So let's use this. There's other companies, and we have to go at them as well. But Caterpillar is one of the main BDS industrial targets worldwide. They have been ever since there's been a boycott, divest, and sanction movement. So if we can help bring down the caterpillar complicity, then we will have done something more than just bring events, to the forefront. It was on us as responsible, educated people here in the middle of America to call out our establishment like Caterpillar, like Illinois State University, for their complicity. And we will always stand behind the ISU 7. The ISU 7, those students, graduate students, have put their careers on the line for Gaza. Let's make sure we support them in what they're going for. They're suing ISU now for stopping the freedom, the First Amendment rights. But the president here, Illinois State University president, it's just worthless. We try. I've seen people try to get comments from him. The media's come up to him, and he just says, "Oh yeah. Sorry, not now. He's nothing. I don't know what they're trying to teach people at Illinois State now, but that president should resign.
He's a tool.
He should be gone.
Resign! No more, no comment.
Thank you very much. All you people are wonderful. The human rights community, thank God you're here, because there's no other place to be. Let's get ready for Chicago. Let's get ready for after Chicago. We brought down Biden. We'll bring down Harris.